as we practiced it. For the bolster, though, much harder if you want to work it with a wall, because the next variation is basically you would want to use a wall to go there. Because most people starting, you will not necessarily have sufficient forward bending capabilities to go comfortably all the way down. Let me pull my mat away. Sorry, I'm just going to bring myself back here. So this one can be done by yourself or alone. I usually suggest by yourself or alone. Can be done with the help of someone or by yourself. And basically here again, the idea is to probably keep a little bit of distance from yourself and the wall so that your arms would very comfortably be able to lengthen. And so here, as you can see, I'm leaving a little bit of space above my shoulder because my shoulder will roll backward. If it rolls, it needs to stay on something a little higher. I really never, ever, ever suggest to do shoulder stands unless you're very advanced without any support underneath your shoulder. Because otherwise it really creates way too much of a chance to have way too intense stretch into the neck. So, when you're here, ideally what you would like to suggest to your students is to go with their core, so they gently pull their legs, let the chin come in, walk the shoulder blades down and a little closer towards one another. And then as we're going towards Halasana, you can go with bound arms or arms outstretched, relaxed, facing down, whichever. My shoulders don't really allow me to go there that way. But there's also variations where arms can be up here. And so in your plough pose, by having the wall, you can push into the wall and lengthen your sit bones. So there's not just a rounded spine here, there's a spine that wants to lengthen again. So I want my chest to lift towards my chin. So I can start walking up. And so get a little bit of more of that lift. Arms again can be forward or back. The position of your arms really does not change that push that you give into the ground. If your arms are back, sometimes if you're very tight in your shoulders, it'll be much harder to get there. And so the more you get your chest to come here, eventually you can come away. What's good with this is that you have the wall to kind of backtrack, so you don't ever have to rush. And when you're coming out, see, I really try to let my hand be super heavy and really relaxed, so I don't put too much pressure again into my neck. And when I come out, I make sure again that I do not activate any of those muscles that I want to have very relaxed, because I just compress the hell out of my throat. I don't want to also contract the muscles and make them create more compression. So this is a cycle that allows you to go from plough pose towards full Sarvangasana with different variations in arms. This can be done very easily with someone or by yourself. There's also the variation where you do the one where your feet are into the wall from the start and then you gently press yourself upwards. One or the other, really up to you. I tend to not prefer the jumping way, so if you have to kind of swing yourself in there, it's not the end of the world. Though when you swing, it means that you have to contract your muscles quite a bit, and it's done in a fast way. So if there are discrepancies between your left and right, if one side is stronger than the other, then you might get crooked. That's why sometimes I could suggest, if you're going towards just shoulder stand, and you want to practice going all the way into the position to get from the wall. So it's very similar to what we just did. We just reduced the height. And so when you're ready to start pushing, take your time to place your shoulders. And then it's really lifting the chest. Keep the chest lifted.
trying to balance. Plough pose, of course, is also available, either arms up or arms back. Your choice again. Make sure though that you never quit that pressure backwards. And then when you return, what's good is that you have your hands on the wall who can help you. Take your time again. Try to make sure the neck stays relaxed. You breathe. And then you turn to the side before you come up.
So this is the walk by yourself. If you want to go with someone to help you, I can show you how you can do this. I need again a volunteer. Maybe someone else this time. Give you a break. Somebody else would like to help me show the next step? How you could assist that? Your hips are here, shoulders and head.
Okay.
So slide a bit further away. That's it. Even, yeah, that's it. There you go, perfect. So here, especially if you're working with someone that might not be comfortable to go all the way to the wall, because that's quite a lot of space to go towards. So you're gonna give me one leg. There you go. And I want you to push into my leg. Push into me. So push to lift this one. So keep your hips down.
Okay.
That's it. Keep your hips down. You want to send this leg all the way to the wall over there. So you need to push into me. That's it. Slowly. No need to rush. Then bring the second leg over to the wall as well. And I can just move here behind. This is really just to help without swinging. So it has to be done gently. This will help usually get that little bit of a lift. And here, one thing you can do, you can place your foot directly behind and then just give them a little bit of a lift. Eyes just went cross-eyed. That's normal. So basically I give support and I give lift. And then you just breathe a couple of seconds. And then when you want to return, let yourself fall towards my leg. That's it. And so she falls onto my leg, and then I can help her slowly, slowly, slowly to return to the ground. Relax your neck. There you go. So that's a really good way to do it very slowly, and this is a real full body assist. You're really giving a lot of support. It feels quite nice, quite nice. And this is really for plough pose, a beginner's version of plough pose that's close to being the full position. You have support of your feet, you have the support of your shoulders, and you have a little bit of a lift while you keep feeling that length in your spine. It's a really good option. Good? Questions?
In shoulders.